I bet you guys are surprised to see me back. You guys didn't think, you thought after I took the 2-month break, you're like, oh, no way he's gonna post another episode next week. And yeah, you're fucking wrong. Fuck you guys.
Screw you.
Yeah. And
psych, I lied.
I got 2 killer guests. I got the faces of, well, I can't say the name of the school really, but we got the faces of
Faces of Taco Bell.
the faces of Taco Bell.
I'm kidding.
What? Oh.
Okay. I was joking. I messed around. I was gonna say it.
Yeah, no.
Nah, actually, the Taco Bell's a joke, but yeah, that was just random.
Okay.
Our town doesn't have a Taco Bell. What are you talking about?
Yeah. We have
You're gonna tell them where we're from.
Yeah, exactly. People are gonna be able to triangulate where we live based on.
It's like the geoguesser's gonna see that like slim piece like
yeah.
he's gonna drop your coordinates.
No.
You thought
Do you ever see those geoguesser videos where people are like, all right, this telephone pole has 3 lines on it. Okay, it's in Austria. Yeah, it's literally like, okay, these trees are all dead. It's in Switzerland. It's like
actually though, like people like it's crazy. I don't know how you do that.
People who like can speedrun geoguesser. Yeah,
there's like you have to know so many minimal like small details. That's like
exactly.
That's gonna be awesome. To boom.
That'd be kind of interesting.
No,
that's gonna be awesome to boom.
Yeah,
he plays it. He's not like as fast.
He knows every single country's flag.
Henry knows every single country's flag.
Yeah,
that's his new obsession.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I couldn't tell you 20.
Yeah,
I couldn't do that.
No, but like, it'd be funny to see like if you had like some like a private investigator listen to every single podcast episode, if he could deduce where we live based on just like the stories we tell and like the stuff that's kind of cut out and stuff that's kind of mentioned.
I feel like you could because I feel like. I mean, I don't know if I can say this. I'm sorry.
I can just cut it out.
I can definitely say it though.
Yeah.
But like we have a Culver's in our town.
I feel like
you
can say that.
I was saying I feel like that gives it away like not
that
like
narrows it down to like
what,
what 200.
I was gonna say, but that's like you can like I don't know because I'm pretty sure Culver's is like mainly from the region like.
Well, no, people know we're from Minnesota too, so it's like so people can deduce. Easy. People can deduce, yeah. Be like, okay, so then they mentioned that the target is next door to this, and then. Yeah.
If you definitely listen to all your podcasts, I'm sure you could.
Yeah, someone could figure it out, but who's gonna? And even like, it doesn't even really matter if people know where we live. It's just that I don't even know why it was cut out of the earlier. It was made more sense when we were going to the school.
Yeah. But
now I guess. I've been doing it for so long. I guess it doesn't really matter. But yeah, no, we got McCarville here, who is actually a commonly referenced character on the podcast. I don't know if you know this, McCarville.
I did not know that.
Yeah, because you probably don't. You probably keep up to date with every single episode, obviously.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Considering when you came in here, you said, "Oh, I didn't know you do video podcasts."
Well, okay. To be honest, I've listened to one podcast, and I don't think there's video on it.
No, it was like the first one.
The first one, yeah. I remember you.
Yeah, ever since like episode like 100, we've.
That one Twins player like Jason Kubel.
Jason Kubel.
That was like that
was episode
the
1.
First one I listened to.
That's funny.
And then I just never did it after that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to start now. I'm a big fan of podcasts now.
Yeah. But
I just don't listen to podcasts. Otherwise, I actually would. But
I do listen to podcasts.
Oh yeah,
just goalie podcasts. Because I'm a loser.
Goalie podcasts?
Yeah, hockey goalie.
Okay, well that's kind of.
You're a hockey goalie. Wow.
No, I'm actually not. I'm retired.
Crazy. Yeah, that's true.
Retired from it.
Yeah, that's true.
That is kind of interesting because a lot of people who ask me like, what is the podcast about? I always have to say like nothing.
Yeah, literally
But
nothing.
that's because a lot of people listen to like niche podcasts about things that they listen to. So you say you listen to like what do they even talk about on goalie podcasts or on like hockey? Is it like specifically for hockey?
It's for hockey goalies, but like there's nothing specific.
Oh.
It's a different topic every time.
Like topic about like what? Like different like ways to.
I mean, like different playing styles. Who's playing good? Like what countries aren't doing good with goalies?
Oh,
just, like,
okay.
Hip mobility, like just literally anything.
Okay, so it's not necessarily like a teaching you how or like advice. It's more like goalies from
just more information
who play hockey across all the world and stuff.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, that's kind of interesting.
I just try and learn a couple things that I could teach my goalies that I coach.
Yeah, that's actually kind of interesting. I'd like because you now are the coach of the, like, what are you, the assistant coach or the?
So I'm the goalie coach for
the our town.
And I,
yeah.
We're co-oping the boys and girls teams for the high school that we live close to. And so I mean that's fun. It's a big time commitment, but like I love the relationships I make with kids. So
Yeah.
that's really fun.
Sandquist said that, but he was talking about something else. He said that same.
Hey, yo, what?
Sandquist loves relationships.
Yeah,
with
he said.
kids.
Yeah, he said that exact same quote, but it was in a different context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean it in a non
weird
Yeah.
context. You love the relationship you make with the players on the team.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Jacob.
I went to a Wild game for the first time last week.
What one did you go to?
It was on like the 29th. So we were against the Dallas Stars,
Oh, it
okay.
wiped us.
and we lost 4-1.
It wasn't close either. Jake Ottinger is so good. He was
Yeah.
the goalie for Dallas. He's just insane.
What kind of things can you tell us about Dallas's goalie other than his name?
He's really tall. He played for
Yeah.
the development program, like USA, because we're from USA.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert. I don't know, he's just a big body goalie who moves really efficiently. Like he doesn't do extra movements. He's just pretty simple, but he makes a big save when he needs to. So
Yeah, I was sitting very close to him because my dad's boss has like season tickets. So I was second from the front row, and there was one goal from that game where someone hit the puck off his back
yeah,
and got it in.
Kaprizov.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
Kaprizov.
nasty.
Yeah, Kaprizov is the only person I know
He's so good.
from the team. Yeah,
He is so.
He's
fun
definitely
to watch.
the one that like stands out though. So that's
Right.
fair.
Did you guys
Especially-
watch the game against Tampa?
I did not.
Okay.
I don't really.
He
Yeah.
had the puck in front, like short breakaway, put it in between his legs, and went out. It hit the crossbar though. But it
Oh no, I did see that.
It would have been
I
like
literally,
goal of the
I
year.
literally was watching it with Grayson. I'm like, Grayson, if that went in, that's like anywhere you look with sports content, it's there. If that went in the net, that's
Literally.
that would, dude. I watched
it
that.
blew up
I'm
for
like,
him missing. Could you imagine? If he
yeah.
went
I'm
bar
like, if
down?
you score that, that's on. If you were seeing something with sports, it's gonna be that. That was crazy.
that would have been goal of the year.
Yeah,
I think.
I would have lost my. I lost my mind seeing it go off the crossbar. I'm like, oh my.
I was sitting right next to Josh when that happened. I wasn't watching. We were playing Wii Golf,
Oh my god.
and Josh was watching, and he jumped up.
Playing
oh
Wii
my
Golf?
gosh!
Because it was crazy.
Yeah, and
was
BS.
wild.
I was in second place, one stroke behind, last hole. Marcus says, "Oh, I'll finish everyone out." He hits driver, goes OB for me like
Oh
10 times,
my
so I
God.
finished like 15 over.
Oh, you. Just
Were you
suck.
playing at Sandquist house?
Yeah,
Yeah, because he has two different TVs in his basement.
Yep.
He has 3 TVs in his basement. One like next to the treadmill.
Yeah.
Which that one never gets used. That TV. Okay, I gotta stop making fun of Sandquist, but yeah, the TV. There's a TV with the Wii connected to it, and then there's
Yep.
a humongous TV with the yeah.
so we had the game going, and then we had Wii Golf going.
Yeah.
It was fun until
played Wii
Marcus
golf.
did that. Fuck you, Mark.
Yeah, that sounds like something Marcus
Oh,
would do.
hi,
Have
Mark.
Yeah, seriously.
you seen that movie?
He owes me $5.
I only
Never
know
paid
that
me
one
for
part.
winning the poker tournament.
Dude,
yesterday.
he will. You just have
we
to
should
ask him.
we should talk about that. We should talk about the poker tournament that we did last night.
Oh, yeah.
We could talk about because we've I think the last time one of the last times Kale was on, we talked about the tournament that we did at Camelot, which is Bailey's grandma's house.
Oh yeah.
That was right after that.
What's up, Bailey?
Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Bailey? Remember he beat me in that tournament, but
Yeah.
you know.
He probably had quad jacks, honestly.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
yeah. Like
No, get this, McCarville. This is what Bailey says to me after he wins, because I'm not really good at poker. Everyone knows that. I
this
kinda
is
just play
when
for
he
fun.
was. This was probably this. You were still like really new.
Yeah.
At that time.
Well, not. I mean,
but like
it was 20.
you
It was
under-
last year, at the beginning of last
but
year.
you understood like what you need to win necessarily, but like you didn't like you didn't understand it fully, and you still
Yeah.
got second place, which is
And
like,
even
in my eyes,
now,
is very
I've played
impressive.
maybe once since then, and
Yeah.
then I played yesterday and got second place again.
Yeah.
But at that tournament against Bailey, I lost at the end in the face-off because that's one thing that I'm not very experienced in is like one-on-one.
Heads up is hard.
Heads up.
Yeah, it's
and
very different.
he goes, Hanson, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. That was the easiest heads up I've ever played in my entire life.
Wow, what a dick.
And it's like, what about was that the easiest game you ever played? What about the game where you gave yourself quad jacks, asshole?
That might have been a little
Yep,
bit easier
suck
for him.
it. Suck it,
Yeah.
Bailey.
No.
That's
But
funny, actually.
it was such a dick comment that Kale remembered it and then mentioned it last night. He's
Yeah.
like, I know Bailey was being a dick to you after you lost that game,
Yeah, I
but
remember
you did pretty good at that Camelot
Yeah.
poker tournament.
Well, no, because that's the thing. Like, if you're new to poker, and like poker itself is like one thing, playing with a couple people, but once
Mm-hmm.
you get down to heads up, it's way different. Like,
Way different.
way different. You gotta like bet differently. So
I feel like there's a lot of people who like play poker once and then don't get beginner's luck and then just lose and then they never play again and then they just say, "Oh yeah, I don't know how to play poker.
Yeah.
I played it once and lost all my money."
Yeah.
But like just the fact that the first game I ever played with you guys, I like was positive because I got a full house.
Yeah,
But-
that's good.
Yeah, that's why it started my mini addiction to playing poker, and then I
Poker,
lost. I probably lost like overall like $60 playing poker with you guys, but
I mean, that's the thing about like playing with each other is like $60 going to your friends. Like
yeah.
it's a little different. It's a little different when your money's going to somebody
Someone like Bailey who isn't my
who
friend.
cheated.
Yeah.
Who cheated you.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Or like
but,
if you're playing random at like a casino.
Yeah.
Like Sandquist when he was in that poker
Oh
tournament.
yeah.
I don't know if he's ever
I
told
heard
you.
Like crazy.
Sandquist he got what? Top 20, I heard.
Yeah, it was
He
like
cashed out. He
13th
won money.
or something
Yeah.
like that. He got 13th place in the poker room at Treasure
Yeah.
Island, that hasn't been open for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. I thought that was so funny because he definitely like I feel like Jake takes it too seriously to the point where like he actually tries to like mind fuck you, which is like something you kind of.
But sometimes he does mind fuck you.
and that's something you want to do with poker. But like I just thought it was funny that he went like that far to be like, oh, I did good in this poker tournament, so like we would think he was good and like be scared to play against him.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is like even last time I played with him or whatever, he went all in or something like that with like pocket fours and I had like pocket tens. Or no, he bet like 10 or something. And like I went in with him and I was like, I probably shouldn't, but like it's Jake. I know Jake will try to like sometimes Jake is very strong, but sometimes he does the same thing where like Bailey will like bet something and he doesn't even have it and he'll be like, oh, like you shouldn't have called there. But it's like I know how you play it. Like
yeah, exactly.
That's why I called you. If anybody else did, I'd probably been like, nah.
Exactly.
I don't know. I feel like Jake tries to like outsmart too much, and sometimes it kind of backfires on him.
Oh, for sure.
But he's still a smart. He is still a smart.
That's why he lost in the first tournament I had. I had like 3 kings, and then he was bluffing me because he was trying to bluff me that he had a fucking straight.
Yeah.
And it's like, Sandquist, this is such a rare thing that you could have, and there's no way you have. Like, there's sometimes where he does have like this obviously this crazy hand that he is very lucky to have, but. Yeah. But it was actually funny because one time we were at Sandquist House playing poker and I lost like a $20 hand to Sandquist. And then guess who, of all people, was like clowning me? It was Bailey. He's like filming me and he was like, "Oh, that's the biggest loss I've ever seen." It's like, oh.
That would probably.
What about when you had to pay $200 back to the group chat because you were exposed for
and
scamming?
that probably still doesn't cover how much he like screwed us out.
Well, I guess that's the thing is like it's impossible to know how much.
Yeah, exactly. Because of course, it went from I know this looks bad, but I didn't do it, and then we show him the video, and he's like, "Yeah, I did it. I'm sorry." And then it went to I only did it that day, and then he never admitted it fully on that, but like he went on a 3-day, like the 3 times we played poker, like he went on a 3-day like winning streak of like I don't know how much money it was, but it's like coincidence you go on 3 days of winning and on the 3rd day we found out you're cheating, like coincidence. And the reason why he claimed he did it because he was tilted and lost money and wanted to win. So if you think about it, like he basically admitted that he at least was cheating for 3 days.
Yeah. Were you playing against him at that time, McCarville?
I was sitting right next to him actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just remember Ben Borndale says,
"Yeah,
hey, Bailey," and I'm like,
"Oh, I wish I was there."
I couldn't believe it.
Pretty funny.
It was something you don't think it's ever gonna happen. But
Well, yeah, with your friends too.
it's
Dude, the fact that Borndale caught it on camera is like a fucking TV. That's something that would happen on TV.
Yes, that is so
Yeah.
That's so
reality
awesome.
TV.
No, but so last night we played poker at your house, and last night I was like, I got invited to do something with like Annika, and I was like, you know what, Annika, I can't do that because it's Marcus' last night. I'm gonna just go do whatever he does because he's gonna leave tomorrow.
Yeah.
I go to the poker tournament, he's first out,
That's tough.
and then he like leaves. I was like, oh my god.
Was it just Annika?
No, it was like Annika and McGrath. They were trying to get a bunch of people together to play Clue.
Oh god, I was gonna say if they wanted, they came over. But if they had to like play something like Clue, like I don't know, if people would have at my house or not.
Well, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, if she just would have wanted to hang out with us, then I would be like, yeah, then you probably would have just let her come
usually
over.
I don't really care.
Yeah. And McGrath especially, like...
Yeah, McGrath's in the group chat that...
Yeah, the poker group chat.
So.
No, but like... yeah, because... McGrath went to the first poker tournament and then got like second place against Simon, who won, and then I got third. So I've actually made my money, because that was the biggest tournament we've ever done. That was the first one. I've actually made my money back in every poker tournament we've done.
Really?
Yes. It just kind of, I just play like more of a pussy when each individual chip is worth money.
Yeah.
Compared to like
every chip's just worth your $5.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, I'd prefer the tournaments because then I can be more ballsy.
Yeah, tournaments and cash games are a little bit different that way too.
Especially since tournaments last so long and it can only end when you run out of chips.
Yeah.
I sometimes, like, even at the end, like you and Jax were in for like an extra hour. We were all just like going crazy because we just kind of want to be done.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even want to play the tournament to start. Like, I got there. I got there late, and Kale's like, play with my money. And I'm like, okay, I'll play a little bit. I'm going to go all in.
Yeah, exactly.
First couple hands, if I lose it, I lose it, whatever.
Yeah.
I was just going to give him $5. I don't want to play. Anyways. And then all of a sudden, I just started winning. I'm like,
right.
Oh, shit, like, I have chips in front of me, like. And then it just kept going and going and going.
Yeah.
And then I got to take Jax out. That felt good.
Yeah.
That one felt
when
good.
you beat Jax, I was so happy
Jax.
because when I got second, I got my money back, and then I just didn't care from that point.
I don't even remember what the hand was. I think
like you had
I turned a straight on him.
Ooh.
So you had 3-4 in your hand, and then like the river was 5-6. So all you needed was a 2 or a 7. And Jax had a pair of queens right off the bat.
And he had ace queen, I think.
He had ace queen, but there was a queen on the
so head top pair. He's like, oh, let's go all in. I'm like, oh,
he goes all in, and you were literally like, Jax, you're so stupid. He's like, nah, I'm putting in 40.
Jax, you're so stupid. I have straight.
That's so funny.
Oh, I think it was to Nolan, where I took him. I think I left him with 6 chips left.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'll take you all in. He's like, okay, I call. And before he called, he was like, what do you have? I said, I have a flush. Mm-hmm. Like, I just told him, I was like, okay, I have a flush. He's like, Ben's like, okay, fold. He has a flush. So, and then he calls, and I obviously turn over a flush. I'm like, dude, I told you what I had.
Yeah. That's tough.
And then what was the other funny moment was when fucking Jax thought he had a flush, but because Kale had these weird cards.
God.
Kale has these weird cards that aren't like regular cards. They're like black with like all of the like little designs, like the suits aren't like colored red and black. They're like just like rainbowy kind of, and they're just kind of fancy cards. And then Jax like mistook a heart for a spade and thought he had a flush. He put in so much money.
I told him because he had, I think he had 4 high or something, just stupid.
Yeah.
And I was telling him, like, check your cards again, dude. You're drunk. You
Yes.
don't have what you think
Exactly.
you have. I looked at the board 3 times, looked at his cards 3 times. I was like, look at your cards. You don't have it.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm all in. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Well, that was before. That was way early in the tournament, so that must have been. He didn't go all in, but he put in most. He had literally pretty much nothing left. Then he came back and won third. So
yeah, that's actually impressive that he came back and got third.
Yeah,
Still
I wish we had a little more people because then we could have done like third place gets money back, second place gets like 10, and then winner takes. That
would have been nice for me because then I won some money from that.
Yeah,
I don't mind not losing money, obviously, but yeah. Well, anyways, so McCarville, what I was gonna say at the beginning was since you're like so adjacent to all us friends in this friend group, you're in a lot of the stories that we talk about on the podcast. So I thought I have a couple things that I was going to ask you about that we've talked about on the podcast. I want you to clarify because sometimes you're just a character in these stories. Yeah. So one of the earliest stories that I have involving you you weren't mentioned, but it was about you. Yeah. It was in 2020. It was at the beginning of the year where there was a basketball game, and this is like I don't know exactly what you'd call it, but it was like our high school team got eliminated from like the playoffs or what. I don't know how the fucking tournaments work or how that. I honestly don't. It was basically since they lost that game, they were out for the year. That was basically the stakes. Yes.
Oh yeah, so it probably was sections.
And you weren't the face at the time. The face being the person who like that starts all like the chance stuff. But you were kind of like working up your resume to be the face because you were like sometimes people didn't show up to shit and you would be the only person. Yeah. Like at women's basketball games, sometimes you'd just be there.
The only person wearing stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd have my own themes for girls hockey games, girls basketball. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So Jack was kind of annoyed by you. Jack Dunn was annoyed by you in this episode and I asked him because I remembered this. I was like, I wonder if McCarville will remember this. You have this chant that, because like, the basketball team was losing by so much, your chant was like, let's play hockey, because the idea, like, if we played them in hockey, we would win. And that pissed Jack Dunn off.
I think we beat them in hockey.
That's what I'm saying.
Lakeville North, I remember that.
Yeah,
actually. Because their student section was just being total dicks to us. So I'm like, okay.
That's what I'm saying, because, like,
we just eliminated your team, too. So.
Let's play hockey, because we would win in hockey, but that pissed off the basketball team. It's like, yeah, we're better in hockey, but we suck at basketball.
Well, we do.
Don't lose,
sorry, that's simple.
Yeah,
I can get it though if you're on the team.
No, I
like,
get it.
Shit, we're losing right now. Our season's over, and this person saying like, I would get that.
And Jack, like, I've never like cared about a sport that I've played at all. So like they were all kind of like actually like upset that they were losing. Like they were like, there's tears being shed and shit, because it's the senior's last game as well. But then, so that's why I think when you're like, oh, let's play hockey, Jack was he was pissed on the podcast. I mean, he wasn't that pissed. He mentioned it like once.
I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings, but we fucking beat Lakeville North, so they can suck it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
So now the private investigator from before can be like, okay, Lakeville North plays basketball against this school.
The year,
in
the last
2020,
game. They know where we're from now.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Oh, the private investigator. I mean, how many people did Lakeville North eliminate from the? I'm gonna have to bleep out every single Lakeville North, because I think I did it before.
Well,
but
Lakeville North.
Look up who beat Lakeville North's hockey team end that season.
Yeah, but if they don't know who Lakeville North is, if we've never said Lakeville North, then they're just some team.
Oh, that's true.
But I'm not gonna bleep out every Lakeville North at this point. The second thing McCarville was quite recently. Now this is actually something that to this day perplexes me, and you're probably not even gonna remember this happening.
Oh gosh.
That's
never.
This story I told on the podcast actually still confuses me to this day. It confused everyone who I told it on the podcast. I don't remember what episode it was, but it was basically we were at Kale's mom's house. We were swimming, right? And as we were getting out,
no, don't. You're talking about the diving board.
No.
Okay.
I overheard Abby and Hallie were talking about the show Euphoria. Okay. Now, okay. So you probably don't even know. You probably aren't even remember the story. But I'm just gonna say this is involving you. So that show. Have you ever watched Euphoria?
I've never seen
it. It's basically like exaggerated version of high school with a lot of like drug addiction and like
I guess that's
messed up. Yeah.
So the main character is like kind of dealing with like drug addiction and shit. So that's kind of like the A plot. But there's also this other stupid shit, like all these other characters who are like borderline supervillains in the show, like fucking doing crazy ass illegal shit. And it's just, that's the kind of stupid part of the show, that you can't just have a show about drugs, but like, so the show is extremely stressful to watch, basically, because the character who's addicted to drugs, apparently I've heard that that is insanely accurate, like an accurate portrayal of like addiction. Point being, like, it's very stressful to watch, blah, blah, blah. So they were talking about that, and I said, yeah, I have this friend from Eau Claire who watched all of Euphoria in like a week, or like in a couple days. And I literally said, oh my God, you're literally like a masochist. And you were eavesdropping in that conversation, and you were like perplexed by this word that I said. You were like, oh my God, Lucas. And you were like, gee, I'm like, what? He's like, what? Masochist? Like, geez, like that word. And I was like, yeah, you of all people should talk. You have one of the biggest potty mouths of the friend group, and masochist isn't even that bad of a word.
I don't even know what a masochist is.
Yeah, just like a insane person, like a masochist. And so I don't know why, but I just remember you were just like,
that's
what?
So funny.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck, McCarville? Why are you getting so mad at me? You're like, jeez, Lucas, Jesus, that word, masochist.
That's
like,
something
like,
I would do as a joke.
Yeah, seriously, I was like, what the hell?
That's funny.
Interesting. I cleaned up my potty mouth.
Oh, you have?
Washed it out with soap, yep.
Yeah, I haven't heard you say, Nolan was quite the fucking sailor last night.
Tags was saying some things too.
Dude,
I was like,
Jesus Christ. Whatever happened to Tagland?
I have heard Nolan say some pretty things that cannot be mentioned on this podcast.
Yeah. No, but what was it?
Maybe podcast after dark.
Yeah,
We'll say the thing.
and then the podcast they'd make after that, I would
mention. Yeah. Podcast 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Sandquist actually had this idea to do the Be Quiet podcast after dark, and I'm like, what is that? He's like, it's the podcast where we can like like Ninja After Dark. It's like the podcast after we can be, and it's like we already swear and talk about like inappropriate shit on the podcast.
You can't go much further without being able to get a job later.
Can have himself on video of him saying that stuff.
Yeah, and exactly.
All it would be is just Jake,
or just Jake taking his shirt off.
I would say I could
text you for a couple weeks and say, "Dude, delete that video."
Dude, exactly.
Dude, delete that video.
Dude, get this. Last week's episode, I was talking about New Year's resolutions. And I was talking about how in 2023 I was going to cut all the beefs I had with people. And Tank was...
Except for Bailey, right?
I don't even have a... Well, that's not even beef. That's reasonable.
No, it is reasonable.
No, the thing is that nothing really bad, necessarily, no one did anything really bad to me in 2022. So the idea is in 2023, I'm not like mad or I don't like hate anyone in 2023. I didn't really hate anyone last year. But like, I kind of forgive everyone for all this kind of shit. But like, not saying I'm going to forget when people do stupid shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when I see Bailey in person, even though I saw him at Thanksgiving, I was nice to him. I talked to him at Sandquist house.
Yeah.
But it's like...
You didn't invite him to your birthday party? Or no, it wasn't birthday
To the camp out?
Camp out, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's...
Well, then don't pee on people's floors. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But back to the Jake thing, because I really want to hear this, because I have a feeling it's going to be something about losing weight.
No. Oh, well, yeah, that's what he said, but...
Yes.
That's what he said his was. But I was driving back from work... And I get a snap from him. He's like, "Can you do me a favor?" I'm like, "What is it?" And he goes, "Can you cut out that part at the end of the podcast where you're talking about your like beefs and stuff?" And I was like, literally, I just said, "No, I'm not." Wait,
it was something that you said that he.
Yeah, he literally doesn't. He's just weird. He wants random. He always asks me for like random shit to be cut out because some people might listen to it and be like, "Oh, well, Sandquist did this back in 2020."
He just does that stuff.
He's kind of just paranoid about stuff, but I think he understands. Like, it doesn't really.
There is one time that Josh Doffing had texted me and said, "Hey, bro, like you gotta like, can you go on save that video from Camelot? Like, it looks pretty bad. Like that what we were doing in it." I'm not gonna say it because
I know exactly.
You
exactly
know
what video because it was at my house, but I know exactly.
It was at your house before a Hawks game.
I know exactly.
This might be before I was in the group chat.
I think it was. It was. I don't even know who's in it, honestly, but it was. We were all buzzing in the video, doing stupid stuff, and then someone took a video of what Josh was doing to me.
Oh.
And
I don't even. Yeah.
For his sake, because
like,
dude, I've got some big job interviews coming up. A lot of internships.
It's definitely like, something that
I don't want that to like cost me a job, and the video would definitely cost me a job.
It definitely helped in this day and age.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I've had it. One time Jack Dunn had a video, or I was like scrolling up and I was looking at our like saved videos. Jack Dunn had a video of me like in 2017, and I was like, dude, you've got to cut that. You've got to delete that. Like, I don't even give a shit if that's so long ago, but like, yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's long ago. It still can come to bite you in the
right.
ass.
And it's not even like me doing anything necessarily bad, but it's like, I'm not like just.
It's not worth it. I get that. That's fair.
Yeah.
Fair play.
But when it's Jake and he texts you like every week, "Hey, can you delete this?" Like,
can you cut out the part where you're talking about candles on the podcast?
Yeah,
it's like.
What?
So whack.
Jake, bro, just call him
People
down.
might trace that back to when I shoved a candle up my ass in 2019. It's like,
I actually remember when Jake did that. No, I'm kidding. Jake
yeah.
did that.
I believe it.
That's funny.
If anyone were to do it,
somebody told me it would make my butt smell
make my fart smell good.
He like tried to light his farts on fire with the scent like of the candle.
It blew up the candle in his butt.
He tried to light a candle with a fart like lighting on fire.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
Oh my god.
You guys know that every time Jake farts, it smells like condoms?
It smells like condoms?
Yeah.
What?
Because he does a lot of anal abuse.
Oh, I was like, what are you saying, bro? Like, what?
Yeah.
But
I was like, it definitely does not. Cause
it does.
No.
That's funny, though.
Sandquist. Oh, dude.
I love him.
Were you that was definitely, you weren't in the group at the time, like in this specific group, but were you at the time we were at John's house? Were you ever like with Lucas Bloomer at John's?
One or two times, probably, yeah.
There was one time where we were at Walmart and Sandquist farted and he just said, and Bloomer of all people just goes, and he's German, he goes, "Quit fucking farting, Sandquist!" It was funny.
Yeah.
It was so funny. That's just one of the classic Bloomer quotes I always bring up.
Or the classic Walmart runs, Joe Notch throwing the... You were there for that
Oh
one, right?
my god, Notch fucking took a Frisbee and like knocked down some whole like sign.
Dude, All I'm saying,
Yeah, Kale is there.
24 hours Walmart needs to come back.
Exactly.
It's so wild.
Yes.
Dude, if you go there past like midnight, it's just the most fun place to be.
Dude.
It's so, or like Perkins, 24 hours was so awesome.
Yeah, it's not 24 hours anymore.
No, they
What the
closed at like
fuck?
10. Yeah.
10?
Yeah.
What's the point?
Ever since COVID, during like COVID, they closed at 8, I think. And then like after a while, I think they went to like 10 p.m. But like now they haven't been 24 hours for like, well, let's sue Perkins because I'm pretty sure their sign says 24 hours.
Really?
The big sign.
Like the big
outside
sign,
house
'cause they haven't
says
changed
I
yet?
believe it's 24 hours. Let's just sue them and get money.
Yeah, let's just try to break in and steal a bunch of shit and say it's like
Yeah.
legal because it's 24 hours.
Just kidding.
Dude,
I'm
it's-
not actually going to do
Yeah.
that. Don't
Legal
steal-
reasons, that's a
don't-
joke.
Don't steal my ID. No, I'm kidding. I'm not
Yeah.
actually going to do that.
But what was I going to
We'll make
say?
millions off that
Pe-
now.
That would be so funny.
People be like, oh my God, I would be so pissed. People be like, oh, it's because these teenagers don't want to work that things aren't open 24 hours. It's like, yeah, but it's always teenagers don't work at fucking 2 a.m. at Walmart.
Yeah. It's like I get it. I like honestly, logistic wise, like it is probably smart to not be open 24 hours because I feel like you don't really.
Yeah, you're just bleeding money because
Yeah.
you have to keep all the
And-
electricity on and you're like paying people to be there when like you're probably going to make like $100
Yeah,
worth of
and
sales.
especially like if you know it's not 24 hours too, people will just work around it to like get stuff when they need like during the hours. Because
Yeah.
like if they need something, they're gonna get it regardless.
Yeah, there's no one who only is able to shop at 2 a.m.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know.
Speak for yourself. I did it all the time.
Yeah. Oh no, but you have time throughout the day. But the annoying thing is like McDonald's and Taco Bell closing earlier.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
that
sometimes
one-
tough.
I don't like.
But even
McDonald's.
McDonald's struggles with workers, like
Yeah.
because like I've been there like a couple of times, like after I don't know, like probably like eight or 9ish, and like the line is just so long because they don't have enough staff. And I've like overheard them talking about before that like sometimes people just straight up don't show up to their shifts and like quit, or like
Yeah.
I don't know, like yeah.
Yeah, but
It's,
like
it's pretty bad though to see like the people in our generation like how hard nobody works. It's so sad.
yeah.
Like I don't know.
Nobody works anymore. It's just the truth.
All these people don't work anymore. It's crazy. But that's like when you can make money doing like stupid shit online, like crypto or whatever.
Yeah, but it's not even that.
that's
But
how it
like,
is.
yeah,
It's
that's
one of those
some that's some of it. But some of it's also like kids just don't like people just don't.
Well, it's also
want
like people are just fed up with like shit, like
that's true.
shitty job. Like Culver's, it's like that's like one of the like people are like Culver's is downhill. They always forget our orders and shit. It's like yeah, because Culver's is the only place that'll hire 15-year-olds.
Yeah.
and so 15-year-olds will start working there.
Yeah.
and they don't give a shit about the stupid ass job.
That's the one thing I hate about old people is like you go to a restaurant. Like I get it. Like you want your order right. You're just here to buy some food. You want your order right and shit. But it's like you're just being a dick to like people who are in high school still. Like,
Yeah,
they
exactly.
Don't care.
Exactly.
They do not care. Like if you're go ahead, you be a bitch, ruin your day. After I get off my shift, I don't care. I'm
Exactly.
forgetting about anything you've said to me. It does not bother me. I do not
Exactly.
care. Like I don't know, but I do get it. Like I would be frustrated too if like you pay $10 for a meal or something. You just want it to be right. Like your day is going by.
Right.
You just want it to be right. But
Well,
like you
'cause-
don't need to be a dick to a minor.
Yeah,
Like,
but because for you, it's like when I go to a place and like my order gets fucked up, it's like, ugh. But then you don't think
Yeah.
about like every you don't really care in that moment about like every single person's individual lives who works at that Arby's
Yeah.
or whatever.
They're just NPCs. It doesn't-
Exactly. That's why with old people think that life is a video game. They just
do.
like
They
this
got
character.
it.
This
They're just the main characters.
Bro.
maybe the government just like took out all the like old people and like just replaced them with like NPCs.
yeah.
Or the government just like they gave him like hearing aids or something like that. And it's not actually a hearing aid. They
It's like
just
a brain
pulled-
implant?
They just pulled the like plankton buckets on them. And they're just like
It's like the Neuralink.
hell, plankton. Like I don't know.
That'd be funny if it like like Joe Biden has like a button under his desk. He pushes it. Every single elderly
Oh,
person like
yeah,
their eyes roll to the
Biden.
back of their.
Oh,
Yeah, that would be really funny.
that would be funny.
Yeah, and then like, it's funny because you said like you were talking about like that's the thing I hate about elderly people. There's literally a podcast episode that is called "Carl Hates" in all caps. Carl hates the elderly. He texts texts me like 2 weeks later after the episode's out. He's like, "Can you please just change that title or the episode?" Like,
no, because I'll back them up on. That's the thing. I'll back it up on. They always drive slow. They always drive under the speed limit. They bitch about everything.
Yeah.
They'll go out to eat it. Like for today at Perkins, there's just these two old ladies talking about like some bullshit. It's like damn, retirement just seems boring as shit. Like you have nothing to talk about. Like, oh my god, this person died the other week, or like, oh my god, this person said this to me at water aerobic. It's like no one cares. Like, it seems so boring.
But there is a lot of old people like the old people who I work with are all goated.
That I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see that
because
old people. Okay,
there's certain type of old people who are retired and are like just fed up with everything.
Yeah. I hate that. I hate old people who are just dicks. But old people would be cool.
But it's funny because like I was like, Carl, if you give me a suggestion of what to change it to, I'll change it, and then he's never done it. So it's still there as Carl.
I think it's funny. I don't think I've like said a word to Carl. Besides, I did see him walking out of a Minnesota Wild game.
No
that's
way.
not where we're from though. But yeah, it was so funny. So I went with my stepdad or whatever because he had some pretty good seats or whatever. And we went and like we're walking out back to the car, and Carl and like some girl were like walking behind us. I'm like, I'm like,
exposed
no
Carl?
I didn't even expose him. He's just like whatever, talking to a girl. Like it'd be what it be. But I turned around, that's Carl. I'm like, what's up, Carl? We kept walking, and then it was just funny too because we like parked right next to each other.
No,
so it was just so funny. Like one of the few people I would know in the whole XL Energy Center. And they parked like next to, I don't know.
Dude,
funny.
Do you think that's crazy too? You saw my story with McCoy, right? So I was at the Wild game. I'm in my seats or whatever, like 2 seats. And as I'm walking to my seats, I walk past McCoy, Wilner. And I was like, that looks exactly like, that is McCoy. I literally went, oh. And he didn't say hi to me or anything. But he wasn't wearing a Wild, because he doesn't give a shit. I clearly knew he was just there with his dad or he was just meeting. Yeah. He was just wearing a red, like long sleeve shirt and a red beanie, and I was literally just looking all over for him because that outfit kind of sticks out because everyone's wearing like especially green or white jerseys or whatever. And I could see him from a pretty close to where I was sitting, and I was like I was literally just watching him the entire game. Like sometimes like something cool would happen, I would like go to see what McCoy's reaction was. It was literally like I was watching a reaction YouTube video. By the way, he didn't give a shit. Like we scored a goal, he literally didn't even clap or stand up or anything. He just did not give a fuck. And then he texts me. He's like, "Bro, how long is hockey?" It was so funny. But then you think that's crazy? Then I stood up. Because I stood up when the national anthem was playing, and I was sitting, like, the flag is, like, on one side, so I had to kind of, like, turn around. I turn around, and in, like, across, like, the aisle from me, like, maybe 10 rows up, I see and her boyfriend, like, kid. I'm going to bleep that out, but 2 people, this couple from our school, I was with my dad, I was like, no fucking way. There's another couple of people that I know from school. And then when we drove all the way, then after when we were like, it was like maybe 10:30 when we were on the way back, we went to Quick Trip. And as we pull into the Quick Trip parking lot, those 2 are coming out of Quick Trip with their Wild like jerseys on. I'm funny. Like, no fucking way.
What a coincidence.
The Wild brings out coincidences in everyone.
It does. I saw Carl. What game was it? I don't know who they played, but I went to the game. Watching warm-ups, I look around, I see Carl.
Shut up! You saw Carl at the Wild game too?
At the Wild game with his dad. So I went up and talked to him for like 2-3 minutes. I was like, Carl Warner. I haven't talked to him since senior year.
Yeah.
But then I was watching the Wild game. This was probably a month ago now. And then, like intermission, they'll just randomly show like
somebody on the jump.
Somebody on the just on the TV.
Uh-huh.
And it happened to be 2 of the girls that I'm coaching on the high school team.
Oh my! No way!
What are the odds? They just randomly show 2 people. That's and funny. I knew them, and who the fuck watches intermission anyways?
Yeah.
But I happened to just be doing nothing, so that was pretty cool experience.
The world is a crazy place, dude. Today, my girlfriend just now is getting on a cruise, right? And she's in Florida, right? And I'm looking on Snapchat, and Hannah Steele is getting on a cruise in Florida. And I was like, what are you going to say?
My dad left for a cruise yesterday. And Well, so he went to the airport and flew to Florida yesterday. I call me wild. I think there's very good odds that my dad is probably on the same cruise.
The thing is, Hannah Steele and my girlfriend are on different cruises that are both leaving Florida, right?
Then there's good odds that my dad's
on one of them.
Yeah.
But so then she goes, yeah, Hannah Steele is on the cruise with everyone because she goes to Eau Claire with me too. She went to our high school and now she goes to Eau Claire with me. And she's going with everyone in like the blue gold marching band is on that one. So it's all Eau Claire people, right? Then my girlfriend is on this one cruise, and she's like, yeah, there's this guy who we met from this other cruise, and he says his girlfriend goes to Eau Claire. And then he goes, oh wait, his girlfriend went to your high school too. And I'm like, it'd be funny if it was, and as I'm typing it, she goes, it was something like Emma Sampson or something. And I was like, no fucking way. No fucking way.
So funny. Are you bleeping that name out?
Okay, I don't know. It's fine. I don't need to. Yeah.
No, but it's fine.
Dude, I was seriously like, yeah, it was funny.
That is pretty funny.
That's
wild.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I'm going to cut to quickly transition to the final thing that we're going to talk about, that we've talked to you as a character on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
This is the most recent one, and this is just like not necessarily like asking you your opinion on. This is kind of just, we can just talk about it, is when you just came to Eau Claire a couple weeks ago, and then we were trying to get everyone to leave, and Zaruba like everyone was like trying to leave, but you wanted to stay. Yeah,
that happened.
No further comments.
No further comment.
Okay.
Bro was
nothing happened. I don't think anything's going to happen, honestly.
Bro, with that situation?
Yeah. I don't know if I want anything to either.
Bro hopped in his little car and went on the yellow brick road trying to be the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, that happened, but I don't know. I haven't talked to her in a while.
Yeah.
I could care less, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry if you're watching this. Maybe.
Psych.
No, but it was funny because when Sandquist was telling that story, he was butchering it. He literally would like cut. He literally started the story, and then he's like, "Yeah." I was like trying to get have him tell the story because obviously on the podcast I talk most, so I try to get people to tell the story. And Sandquist was like, "Yeah, so Kale and they come to Eau Claire, and they didn't leave until like 4 a.m." I'm like, "How about you tell the fucking lead up part of the story?" And he's like, "What about the time where we saw Zaruba sleeping on the floor in Brennan's room?" It's like, how about you fucking tell the lead up to like that's such a funny moment where we're like, where's Zaruba? And we opened Brennan's room and then we find him on the floor.
That was so fucking funny.
Yeah, but then Sandquist butchered this. It was kind of funny. We were kind of clowning him on the.
Oh, Jake,
that drive home fucking sucked.
Yeah, how was that, by the way?
It was so bad.
Because what time did you start driving? Like 5?
Something around there. I think we got home at like 6, so it was like 4:30.
So it was like 4:30. Yeah.
But Bailey's like, "Oh, let's listen to Christmas music on the way home." I'm like, "Dude, fuck me." So we listened to Christmas music, and we had to listen to it loud, otherwise I was gonna fall asleep.
Yeah.
And it got pretty fucking annoying. Then he just like kind of toned it down, so I just changed the music.
Did they fall asleep?
I don't know if Zaruba did.
I remember you saying, they're like, "Oh, Hanson, the entire way home, playing Star Wars music the entire way."
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did. You were because we were watching Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah. Star Wars music is amazing.
Yeah.
I've actually worked out to Star Wars music. Some of those songs are good.
Have you ever seen the meme where it's like the stair? What is like the stair lift thing? Or not like I don't know. It's like the treadmill, but it's like stairs. You know what I'm talking about?
This is the face of no.
Treadmill. Yeah,
it's like the thing where you climb just stairs. It's just repeating.
It's like the thing at Snap Fitness with the bars in like the corner
ladder
by the. It's like that, but it would be stairs instead of like climbing it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Yeah. So I don't work out, so I don't really know the lingo. Yeah. But it's like someone said they do that and they play the Order 66 theme and they pretend he's one of the clone troopers walking up the steps of the Jedi Council with Anakin.
That is funny. I have not seen that.
Yeah. But yeah, it was funny because I did not expect you because, you know, I knew who you were before we were friends. I did not expect you to like Star Wars as much as you do.
I remember you, Lucas, telling me a story. I don't even like remember saying it. I definitely was just saying it to like I'm like, it probably had some truth to it, but I definitely said it like kind of as a joke, but it also was like some truth to it. But like I didn't mean to like say it that excessively. But I remember you saying that I said one time like, man, I don't really fuck with Harry Potter or something like this. I said something about that.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I remember the story. But
it was like I don't know. I just thought it was funny.
No, we were playing this game at Marcus's house that's like red flags. It's like this. It's kind of like one of those card games, kind of like Apples to Apples, where it's like. You have to make...
You got a prop. And
you've got a prop. Yeah, there's one person who, like, picks out of everyone's cards. So basically, it's like, you have 2 cards that are, like, things that, like, you're making a date for this person. And it's, like, 2 attributes that the date person has. But then you give a red card to someone, and it fucks the person next to you over. And so mine was, like, the lightest thing. It was, like, loves Harry Potter and, like, cares about what Hogwarts house you're in or something like that. And so it's like, and like someone next to me was like, eats shit, or like, no. It was like, no, it was like has a blank fetish, and you could like choose what to put in the fetish. And it was like Brett Packle, he goes, has a shit eating fetish. And Kale picks that over, and he goes, yeah, no, I don't really fuck with Harry Potter. It just doesn't pick mine.
I just remember saying,
and I was like, what?
I remember you saying that to me because like, I don't know, like, I've tried to watch the Harry Potter movies before, and it's like, whatever, I probably could, but it's just like, normally I just fall asleep to them, because I just throw it on while I'm tired.
Yeah.
But, like, it's not like I hate them or anything. I just remember you telling me I said that, and thought it was funny.
I like the Harry Potters.
Harry Potter is, like, one of those series that has, like, no, like, necessarily awful movie. Or, like, doesn't, like, there's not one movie that's, like, necessarily way worse than all the other ones.
I could see that. I just, like, the thing about me, I feel like why I don't like it, like, really like it, or, like, same thing with Star Wars, is, like... Yeah. I don't really like the science fiction stuff as much.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't think it's bad. Like I definitely could watch it. I just feel like I wouldn't appreciate it as much as like you guys because I just don't like it as much as you guys probably do.
You don't like fantasy or that kind of stuff.
Kind of like.
That's the one thing where it's like kind of hard for me to get into like Lord of the Rings because it's like way.
Yeah.
It's like everything is so high fantasy, but I mean I haven't watched them in a while, but
yeah, like that makes sense.
I still fuck with like I watched the Hobbit movies when they came out. Those were all right, but
never seen the Hobbits.
Never seen the Hobbits.
Nope.
Yeah.
Don't really plan on it either.
Yeah. Well, they're all very long, so
I gotta finish Jake and I were doing a Star Wars marathon.
Oh yeah.
We're on Empire Strikes Back right now. We're not gonna watch 7, 8, 9 though.
Oh.
He doesn't care for them.
Because he doesn't care for them.
He just I don't really want to watch them. Like whatever, fine. Screw you, man.
We should go watch the Avatar movie and see how many laps we can walk around the like inside the like theater.
What?
Yeah, no.
I don't know. It was just so right. I don't actually mean it, but I thought it was funny.
Like, see how many laps before the movie ends?
Yeah, because I've heard it's like 3 hours.
Yeah, it
long,
is.
Which is absurd. I don't know. That's absurd.
I just watched the first Avatar 2 weeks ago. Such a weird movie.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is I want to watch Avatar 2 because I heard it's like looks really good. Same with the first one. That's why me and my dad watched the first one. But I don't want to rewatch the first one. But I'm gonna need to.
It looks great, but it's just a weird movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Because that's the highest grossing movie of all time.
Yeah.
So
I honestly don't know how.
Well, because that was like one of the first 3D movies. So like at the time, I remember.
Come out in 3D?
Yes, that was like one of the first movies that came out in 3D. I remember everyone being like, "Oh, I want to see this. It's in like 3D." Because then it looked pretty cool. I remember at the time in 2009 when I watched it.
Yeah, the graphics in there.
Insider news: I think Marcus Theaters is closing.
Really?
Yeah, because my brother works there, and he said he might.
Well, specifically the one in town, I think.
Yes. Well, yes, of course, yeah.
But do you think they would change it for a different like company?
No way.
No way.
Maybe. But I just feel like when have you ever seen the movie theater busy unless like a big new movie's come out like that like.
Well, that's just how it be sometimes.
Yeah, but like still like I don't know.
The problem is that there's like within driving distance there's like Marcus theaters that with like the nice seats or like there's like an AMC with like bigger movies.
Oh, AMG.
AMG.
Yeah. Money Dance, you know.
I'm not familiar.
Leovato.
Oh.
Yeah, now you got it.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard. Yeah, like I said, I've never talked to him or heard of him. He's just a name I've heard.
It's just funny. It's just funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It'll be sad to see the movie theaters go, but also you can go.
I can't tell you the last time I've been to the things actually.
Oh. Gotta cut that out.
Seriously, dude, freaking learn.
Come on,
I'm at Nebraska.
Well, now I gotta cut that out too. Anyways, I'm gonna play like the first.
I usually am so good about that though. I usually never like say anything.
Well, we've been kind of lax on this episode. We've been saying like Lakeville North and shit. So I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
That's valid.
But it's funny because, just all the fucking theaters around us. I'm gonna get back on track of what you were trying to talk about. Like, I don't remember the last time I've actually been to the theater in town, because usually even my parents will be like, well, fuck that, we're gonna go to the Dreamline. We're not gonna sit on those shitty ass seats.
Yeah,
especially
it is uncomfortable.
Especially if the movie is really long.
Yeah, the last movie I remember, I actually like really wanted to see Batman, and everyone was like out of town, so I went in there and watched it by myself. I like even like there was probably like 2 other people in the theater. Like I'm like in the back, like kind of chilling, got my feet up, and like even that was uncomfortable because like the seats in front of you will have the plastic, so it's like makes your legs hurt, and they're just not comfy. Yeah, so. That's the thing. I don't think I've ever been to a movie by myself. That was the first time I did, but it was just because like everybody was out of town. I just like wanted to watch the Batman because I knew it was good. So I was like, I'm just gonna. It was very good by myself.
Movie of the year, actually, I won at the podcast awards.
Oh dang!
Yeah,
I like the last movie I saw was Top Gun Maverick.
That was nominated. That was a good ass movie.
I still
that
never
movie
watched
was
that
so
one.
good.
I need to watch that actually.
It has Miles Teller in it.
It does. I don't know if you guys know this, but he might be attending Bailey's grandma's wedding.
Oh, no way.
Hopefully we're going.
Yeah.
Last I talked to Bailey, he said we are.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. Tyler McCarville, Kale Hinderscheid, and Lucas Hansen are also attending this wedding.
Yes,
and Jenna Ortega is also attending this wedding. What are the odds? What are the odds that the star of the biggest movie of last summer and the biggest show of this winter are both going to be attending?
We could break the internet.
Exactly. It almost sounds like something that you would make up.
It'd be like
it just must be another coincidence, like we were talking about.
Oh yeah,
like, this is just it's something you see on TV. Like,
exactly.
Quad Jack, see that on TV.
Like, exactly.
The biggest podcast and the biggest movie. Like
yeah,
you can't make just the collabs that would break the internet.
You can't make that stuff up.
It's crazy. I hear that his uncle, who is also the director of Star Wars, will also be attending.
Oh, George Lucas, aka Uncle Bud. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Uncle Bud just goes as George Lucas. That's like his stage name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like Prince,
Oh,
George Lucas.
Prince is actually like my stepfather. So.
Oh really? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be attending my wedding too. So.
Oh really? Prince? Yeah.
Yeah. Prince,
or at least
Prince.
the artist formerly known as Prince. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he goes as the symbol. Yeah.
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 He'll be walking from the gravesite.
That'll be quite the sight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was. Do you guys remember when Prince died?
Around the time, was it?
It was like 7th grade, I think, when Prince died.
I kind of remember it.
Yeah,
I didn't really care.
You didn't really care?
I didn't know Prince. 7th grade, I was like,
I didn't really know him that much either. But then, like, I kind of looked into him. I was like, damn, this dude's literally like the Minnesota Michael Jackson. Like,
exactly. That's what I was saying. I was literally asking my dad at the time. We're gonna all sound like, if any adults watch this, like my dad, if he watches, he'll be like so pissed. He'll be like, "How do you guys not know who fucking Prince is?" Because at the time I was like, kind of just asking a question like as a subtle question. I wasn't really serious. I was like, "So is Prince like a thing like outside of Minnesota? Like, do people is it mainly just the Minnesota thing that people care?" And he's like, "Dude, everyone likes Prince." Like he was kind of like annoyed at that question. I remember at the time.
Like, I don't have a lot of pet peeves that like make me mad. Like, I'm usually a pretty easygoing person, but like one thing I hate is when like older people are like, "Oh, how do you not know who this person is?"
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. Like, because there's this one time I went to it was literally this year on Halloween. I went to like this haunted house, and like one of the actors like was walking around with like a corn thing in his mouth and was like rubbing my neck or whatever. And he was like, he made a reference toward Queen and whatever the lead
Freddie
Mercury or whatever. I didn't know who it was. I know who Queen is though, and this dude's sitting there like, he's trying to stay in his like character, but he's like, "You uncultured swine," like saying all this stuff to me. He's like trying to call me gay too. I'm like, so
what?
I'm like, you're calling me gay. Well, you're the one.
You're Freddie Mercury.
Who knows who Freddie Mercury is? Who died of AIDS?
Exactly.
He was gay.
That's
you're
what
telling me.
That's what I was just about to say. That would be funny.
The irony in it was just way too funny.
Like the haunted house. How is it a haunted house? Did he come back to life from dying of AIDS?
So like the haunted house is like yeah, it's like the general area, and then you kind of gotta like walk to the haunted house or like the hayride, and then the hayride brings you to like the haunted houses, and then you go through the haunted houses and brings you back to where you started. But they sometimes have like those people like just walking around in the main area when you first come in.
Yeah, okay.
And that's where he was.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like sitting there, I'm like, dude, like I don't care. Like, if you can sit here and talk shit to me for 5 minutes about how I don't know who this is. Like, I don't care. Like, I really don't care. Like, sit here and be up all mad that I don't know who somebody is. That, when did he die? When did he die? When do you think?
I don't know when he died, but he was like probably 90s.
But what would it be?
80s.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if he died, he probably died before I was even born. So it's
yeah.
like, you can't be, like, I get it. Queen's, like, big and everything, but, like, you really can't be that mad at me for not even knowing who he is. Like,
well, to be fair, it's like, it's not that you don't know who it is. It's also like you don't recognize his costume. Like, because he was dressed up as him, right? Or he was pretending to be him.
He wasn't just.
Oh,
but somehow the conversation got like brought up, and he was mad that I didn't know who he was. But he wasn't dressed as.
I thought he was like in the haunted house dressed as Freddie Mercury, and he came back to life from the AIDS death.
No, that would.
That's
be
why
funny.
I was. That's why I was confused. I was
that
like,
would be really funny.
Okay.
He's just wearing a wife beater, skinny jeans. He's got just the stupid hair.
Yeah, he's got the mustache.
Yeah, and the thing. That's why they're saying I was gay.
Oh,
that's why they were definitely saying it. But I don't know. Like, my biggest pet peeve is when old people are like, how do you not know that? And like, the thing is, I know who Queen is.
Yeah.
So it's like, why is it like the dude died not in my lifetime? Why does it matter? Like, I know his band. Like, I understand the significance. I can't say the word right now. Significance of like the band. Like, I don't know. I just hate when people are like that.
But at some point, sometimes I'm like I find myself being like that too. But sometimes it's like ridiculous. Like when people like, well, I was talking to my friends were clowning me because you might clown me for this because I don't really give a shit about country music. But last year they were talking about Country Jam or whatever the fuck in Eau Claire.
Oh yeah.
And Morgan Wallen was going to be there, and I didn't know who that was. And they were like, "Bro, how do you not know who that is?" I'm like, "Who's the first president?" They didn't know who it was. I think after that, I'm absolved of all crimes.
First part,
that was Madison, by the way.
I'm gonna forget the second part. But I would understand you for the Morgan Wallen thing. Personally, like
nowadays I know who he is. That was also last year.
Okay, but I could understand. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
That's fair though for them to kind of be like, oh, like I'm shocked you don't know who he is, but for them to like press you for it is kind of like.
Yeah.
That's a little like you don't need to go that. It's not that deep.
Yeah.
What were we also saying? Oh, the first president thing. I've watched. There was like this YouTube video I watched of like people being like, "Oh, like what celebrity did this or whatever," and they'll answer it right away, and then they'll be like, "All right, if you were to drive an hour at 60 miles per hour, how many miles would you have?"
Yeah.
And they can't answer it. It's absurd. The answer is in front of you. It's literally in front of you, and you don't know the answer.
Yeah, I've seen that's like kind of like a Jimmy Kimmel thing. There was a Saturday Night Live sketch where it was like this fake game show where it was like, what's that name? And this guy, so that like these people were like contestants on the game show, and they were like, okay, who is this celebrity? And they were like, it was like a picture. And like, okay, that's Lil Xan. And then they would like have like someone come out, and they were like, okay, this guy has been your doorman for 14 years. He's talked to you. He has looked after you. He knows the name of all of your kids. What is his name? And then he'd be like, I'm thinking like Dequarius or something like that. And he'd be like, Norman. We're like, these are all three of your wife's bridesmaids.
That's funny.
Name one of their names. We're going to give you $100 million.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
It's actually sad to see how like stupid people in our generation are though. Like that like the video was literally like 10 minutes long of this dude being like oh, like if you were to have 10 dimes, how much money would that be? People literally can't answer that. Like it's something you would think is a joke.
Yeah.
Like you would think it's a joke, but it's this dude in New York like just walking around with random people. It's like,
is it like a TikTok type thing?
Kind of, but it was on YouTube. But like I saw a clip of it on TikTok and then went to YouTube and watched the whole video. I thought it was a joke. I'm like, dude, there's no way this is.
Well, that's the thing is like they do like the thing on Jimmy Kimmel all the time. Like they'll do so many things about like people like walking down the streets, and of course they're not going to get people who get the answer right.
Yeah,
like there was one time where they had a map of the United States and it was flipped upside down, and they're like, "What country is this?" And everyone was just trying to guess, or like. They do this segment called like Lie Witness News. Well, they'll just make up a story and they'll ask people their opinions. They're like, so what was your opinion on like Hillary Clinton saying she wanted to like eat baby diapers or something stupid like that? And they'd be like, I think it was ridiculous when Hillary Clinton said like that's actually disgusting that she said she'd eat baby diapers, and that's shit like that.
That's funny.
I love when people like frame a Donald Trump thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Deep fakes.
Like, oh, Hillary Clinton said this. It's like, oh, I think that's awesome. It's like, oh, Donald Trump actually said it. How do you feel now? Like, oh, he's racist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can do that all the time with anyone in politics.
Yeah,
like,
people. I saw people do that. The same thing with Andrew Tate too, and they're like, "Oh, like whoever said that must be like a nice person or whatever." And they're like, "Andrew Tate said that," and then they'll be like, "All right, I don't have enough time for your misogyny." It's like what?
You can say, you can agree with. You don't have to
Exactly.
like. You don't have. That's the thing. That's the thing that is perfect about that. It's like you can agree with certain things that people say, even if you don't like them.
And you don't have to hate people just because it's like popular. Like that's the thing I hate too. Is like you literally are following like other people's thoughts. Like you are not thinking for yourself right now.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Or it's like
wild.
Even though Andrew Tate just got arrested for fucking human trafficking, that's what people say. He's like, oh, but he might be kind of a dick, but he still says like inspirational stuff. And it's like, okay, well, fair enough, but
yeah.
You still can't avoid the fact that he just got arrested for fucking human trafficking, which is like one of the worst fucking crimes.
Yeah. Which is like the hard part about the internet though is like you don't know enough information because I've seen things where it's like oh like it's all cap, like we didn't even actually get arrested, they went to our house and like they didn't find anybody there, like everybody was there by free will, but then it's also like they could just be saying that, like you never
exactly
really know.
That's the thing.
Issue.
That's the thing that pisses me off is because that one person said Andrew Tate got arrested because he posted that video of the pizza box and like, do you see that? Like,
no.
So he like was in internet beef with Greta Thunberg, whatever her name is.
I saw some of that.
And so she was clowning him, and then he was like trying to clap back. He made this entire video where he's like doing the Andrew Tate thing, where he's like wearing the stupid Versace, and then he's like,
I did see that.
Then someone gives him a pizza box, and someone was like, local authorities in Romania were able to confirm he was in Romania because of the local pizza chain that he just got delivered in this stupid ass video. And it's like, oh, but that wasn't true. It's like, why would you make something like that up? Yeah. That's so funny.
It is stupid. But the thing is there's probably so many people that like saw it and believed it though.
Yeah, like, exactly.
Which is that's like a hard thing because that's something like very believable.
Yeah.
That's something believable.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But whatever. What else? What do you anything you particularly want to talk about in this episode, McCarville? No?
No, not really.
I'd have to give Perkins breakfast burger 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, I'll give mine a 7.6.
I haven't had the Perkins breakfast burger since that night we did the all-nighter at John's, actually. And I gotta say, I'm gonna be honest with you, that was a 9.1.
Holy.
See, the thing about I think like a standard breakfast burger, normal situations, I think would be a solid 8. But like today, like the night we had, whatever.
Yeah.
You wake up, it's 1 p.m. now. You go to Perkins and you're eating a breakfast burger. It's got egg, bacon, hash browns on it. Like you can't not put it at 8.5. You can't, like minimum. You got
That's true.
Exactly. Who else is doing it like Perkins?
Exactly.
I'll bump up to an 8.
Exactly. Like circumstance-wise,
towards the end, it just got like.
Oh, dude, I ate that thing. Like,
towards the end, it just didn't have all the liquid in it. Like egg was gone, bacon was gone, hash brown. Like it was just a burger.
Yeah,
that's the part.
That's the thing at the end. It's kind of like it honestly falls like quarter 3 Perkins burger honestly falls to like a fucking like 6.7, 6.8 at most.
It's like their burgers aren't good, but breakfast burgers are just so
the structural integrity of those burgers like falls apart after a while. But dude,
the one flaw is the over easy egg.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think you gotta harden that up a little bit.
You gotta harden up a little bit. Like imagine just having like a fucking like normal egg cooked.
I just don't want yolk. And today,
and that's the issue
mine wasn't.
I fuck with the yolk on it though. I fuck with the yolk, especially when it mixes with the hash browns because I like that kind of taste.
Yeah, but I just don't like
you can't have too much of the yolk.
I don't like how gooey it is.
Yeah, I don't like how it fucks with the bun. If it doesn't fuck with the bun, then I'm fine.
That's valid. It does make it soggy.
It does. Especially the bottom bun. Nothing is worse than a soggy bottom bun.
Every time. That's also another flaw about the breakfast burger, I guess, but it's not that bad. You do pick it up, and the bottom one's just kind of a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could fucking wring out that bottom bun.
Oh yeah.
The fries were pretty average today. I'm not a fan of Perkins fries.
I like Perkins fries. I'm not gonna lie.
Nope.
What is your comment, Kale? Because I know you're kind of close to home with the whole Perkins thing. On a segment we did in the podcast where we accused Perkins of burning, like they had like a fire. We accused them of insurance fraud because now Perkins looks much nicer inside.
The only reason why I would think that's not true is because the two managers, the general manager and like the manager under that, when I worked there, is different now. So like if somebody higher up did it, and actually I think the owner might be different too. No, actually no, the owner's probably the same. I don't think they'd sell Perkins. Maybe, I don't know, but they very well could have. But like it wouldn't have benefited anybody that works there. I think it only would have benefited the owner. So that's why I don't think so. But I could definitely see why you'd think that.
Yeah,
because it happened twice within like less than a month. There was a dumpster fire, and then there was a kitchen fire. Like
they need to finish the job.
Yeah, that's
like the dumpster fire didn't do enough. They tried.
That's the sketchy part, though, is how there was a fire before in the dumpster, and then like a couple weeks later,
how
the
convenient.
place actually burned.
And it's never been the same since.
Oh yeah,
it's like it's like any burn victim. They're never the same after.
Hey, all I'm saying, old Perkins, 24 hours.
Oh my god!
You get the breakfast burger. That breakfast burger might be like a 9. That breakfast burger might be a 9. 24 hours Perkins. You got all the green inside. You get that thing. You're hungry. That thing's gonna be a 9.
Nothing like when you go to Perkins after like a football game. It's maybe like 9:15. You get the fucking appetizer platter. It's like $5. It's like $11, but it's like half off apps. It's like less than $6 for frickles, fries, and chicken strips.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I remember. I think there was a couple times that I went with you and got half price apps.
Dude. It's
so
crazy
gas.
deal.
Or like unlimited pancakes. I don't even think they have that anymore, honestly. Or no, they might. I'm not quite sure.
It was after a certain time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then they closed.
That's true. They probably don't. I mean,
you guys ever had the chicken strip melt?
I have not.
Can't say I have.
My gosh, it's like 3 chicken strips on just normal white bread.
And
they just put some, I don't know, Swiss cheese maybe.
Okay.
It's garlic on it. It's so fucking good.
I
don't know why it's so good, but it's just so good. It's a crowd pleaser. That's for sure.
Sorry. I was singing a song. This song stuck in my head where it's like, she gonna put that pussy on me.
Yeah.
Put it.
Dude. So I went to bed at 6 a.m. last night, right? Caitlin and I were in there. She leaves at 10. I go back to bed. She says, no way I'm getting up. 12:30 rolls around. Kale walks in with Grayson. She gonna put that pussy. He's just gritty. Gritty. He gets on the bed. He's stepping all over me. Just singing the song. Like.
So where did you sleep?
In the guest bedroom. That's probably. I'll
yeah.
probably sleep there tonight too.
Okay.
That's the plan right now. Is to get after her again. Hoping.
Get after what?
Get after it.
Oh,
Just
okay.
simply get after it.
Okay, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yep.
She got bored apple. Sorry. I don't know why. It's like kind of catchy and it just like I didn't even hear it or anything. Like I just thought of it and like. It's
Wait, that's not even a song?
No, it is. It is. No,
Okay.
it is a song.
I thought you just made it up.
I didn't make it up. But like I haven't.
You haven't heard it recently?
I haven't heard it recently or anything. I just like thought about it. I was like, she gonna board that pussy.
Yeah, I don't know how you thought of that. Just both of them.
I want to say
at the same time. I was like, what the fuck? And then they opened the shades. That was mean.
I was Grace. That was with me.
That was so bright. I remember, like, Caitlin did that at, like, 10. I was like...
I would have been
my gosh.
close that shit.
Yeah, close that.
Do
just
it
crash.
or not.
Nothing I hate more in the world than someone who doesn't respect a night person.
Respect your corneas when they just
Yeah.
blind you.
Or it's like my roommates who are like try to wake me up at like a certain time, like in the morning to like do something. It's like, I never wanted to do this with you. Yeah. And they're like clowning me. It's like, why are you awake at 10 or why are you asleep at 10 on a Saturday? It's like, maybe
That's
because
not bad.
Not bad at all.
Dude, it was seriously, it's like I have a terrible sleep schedule. There are so many things you could clown me for like sleeping badly. That is not one of them. I'm sorry.
Sleeping in until like 10 on a Saturday is actually not.
And they were literally like, it was like 11:30 p.m. They say that every time. It's like, nope. It was literally, it was maybe even before 10. I saw maybe 3 digits on my clock.
Yeah.
So
11:30 is not even that bad.
They're trying to make breakfast, and then it was like, I don't know. They were being really. This is like a couple months ago, but yeah.
That's when you just tell Brennan it's on site.
Exactly.
It's on site, Brennan.
It's on site.
It's on site. Yeah, you know it is bad. Jake's roommate though, like, he'll say.
Yeah, dude. He was like asleep at like 5 p.m.
I don't matter. But I swear to God, him and Jake have like
beef.
No. I swear to God, Jake has the day shift and he has the night shift. I swear to God.
Oh yeah.
Like he goes to bed probably at 6.
That's crazy.
Wakes up at 5.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, that's how I was at one. Like sometimes I'll pull like an all nighter or whatever for like whatever reason. And the worst was when I did that last year with Willem when I like literally shared the room with him, obviously. And I would like want to finish my thing before Willem woke up just so he wouldn't judge me. Because sometimes he'd wake up and he'd be like, "You are an idiot." Right. And I'd be like, "Fuck, sorry, Mom. I didn't want you to see me like this."
That's funny.
Yeah, but yeah, fuck Willem. Just kidding. It is nice though that like it's so much nicer having your own like room comparatively to sharing a room with someone.
I bet.
When I was building in Wilmer for junior hockey, we had this much fucking room to walk. Like, it was that much walking space.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a bunk bed in the room. So, just had a little strip to walk, and I had to share with one person. It was like you're sleeping in a closet. And then he left, which, like, I liked the guy, but also I liked space.
Yeah.
Having a bunk bed with him was just fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Sleeping in a shoebox.
Yeah.
Had the bunk beds.
It was so nice when he left. Because he was allergic to the cat like a fucking loser.
You had a cat?
Well, funny story. We had a cat at the house. I took a nap one day, and like no one really liked the cat in our family.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, I take a nap. Cat's gone. We have a dog. In one day, one nap.
What, they switched the cat for the dog?
We traded with another family, so they got a dog.
What do you mean family?
Dude, I hope your family gave that family
like billet family. So like a host family.
Oh, okay. I see.
Like I live with a random family.
I see.
I hope your family also gave like a 2023 like first overall draft pick because trading for a cat for a dog.
Oh, we won that.
Yeah,
trade.
you got the trade there if you get the dog.
I don't think we lost any draft picks either, so it's perfect.
Yeah. Well,
that's great.
Any closing thoughts on the podcast?
She gonna put that pussy, yo.
Well, it was a good episode. Unfortunately, Jax couldn't be here.
Yeah, Bozo.
Yeah, fortunately.
That guy sucks. Yeah, I never want to see that kid again.
Yeah, you said like Jax sucks in the group chat, or one of you did. And I was gonna comment like "fuck you, Jax," for out of context, but I didn't know what the actual story was. Like, could you imagine Jax couldn't be there, and like his like sister got in a car accident or something, and I just comment "fuck you, Jax," and he's like, "Yeah, I would look like." It was kind of funny because you know how like Jack Dunn and all them went to Colorado for New Year's Eve. They all were because they drove home the day that there was that bad snowstorm.
Oh yeah,
and so they were like. Everyone in the group chat because like some of the girls drove up there with VK and VK is just gonna stay there because she lives there. So all the girls are gonna fly who drove up with VK are just gonna fly back. Okay. So they were all in the group chat saying, "Everyone drive home safe. Seriously, drive home safe." And I was gonna comment because I didn't go because I didn't want to spread the bread on that. I was gonna comment, "Thanks for the well wishes, guys. I drove home successfully for my shift." Today, and I was like, I can't comment that joke because what if someone actually gets in a car accident?
Yeah. That's funny though.
And then one of them did. One of them spun out into the ditch.
I saw that.
And
who's driving?
Reznikov.
That's tough.
That kind of happened yesterday. There was a girl on the team. Like she just showed up. Like she usually plays. I was like, What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
She had a seizure.
Dude.
She's epileptic, so it's like not something like
oh
uncommon.
My god.
But she's like, yeah, I had a seizure. I didn't respond. I was like, yep.
Yep, you're a dick.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Was telling me a story about a football player who had testicular cancer.
Oh,
and the guy like showed up to a practice not in pads, and one of the players was like, what's wrong with you, pussy? And the guy looks at him like, I have testicular cancer, you douchebag. So that's pretty funny.
I've always wanted to. This kind of ties everything back together. I've always wanted to like lie at work, like not because I have never had really a bad experience at like where I work now, but like at Culver's, sometimes people would come up to me and they'd be like, yeah, I'd like they'd come to the window and be like, hey, can I get some extra like honey mustard or something like that? And I'd give them for them, like, oh, and then can I also get like a smile? And I just want to say like. One time, I know this is kind of bad. I've always wanted to say like, oh, sorry, it's been hard to smile lately after my mom died like last week.
God,
I've always just wanted to say it just because imagine the look on that guy's face. Like, you can't say that to someone who works at a fucking place like that.
That's my favorite line on Xbox though. They'll say something like my mom, and I'll be like, oh, that's actually funny. My mom died, so
yeah, exactly.
But then I'm kind of asshole because like I know people do the same thing I do, but also. Yeah. If it's true, then I'm a dick.
Yeah.
If they're like, oh, my mom died, I'll just be like, good.
Oh my god!
But the thing is,
but they're trolling.
The thing is, it's on Xbox, and 9 times out of 10, you can know they're trolling. So
yeah,
it's like, if it's that 1 out of 10 times, you can call me an asshole. But like, it's on Xbox. And, like, these people are probably just trolling. So it's like, I don't know. I think it's funny.
I think Chloe got away with that. I think someone was, like, asking Chloe why she was so crabby. And she actually had an actual excuse because our dog died this year. I think she said, like, oh, sorry, my dog died yesterday. Or something, like, to someone at school.
Oh, I did Blake Zach. It was freshman year.
Oh, no.
Freshman year during the, like, we were running for vice president. And I go,
no!
I missed a day of school because, like, my dog died, like, that day. And he, like, comes up to me the next day and was like, hey, like, where were you, bro? Like, you weren't campaigning, dude. There's some votes. I look and I'm like, yeah, my dog died. He's like,
oh, no.
Oh,
so
Blake.
Oh, Blake.
I feel so bad, like, but I was like, yeah, my dog died.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't want to, like, be a dick to him. Like, obviously, I wasn't mad at him for saying it. I was like, yeah.
That's just who Blake is, though. Like I love seeing Blake because
so awesome.
he said it as a joke too.
Yeah, exactly.
I
could tell. I
Yeah.
could picture the exact cadence in his voice of him saying that.
Yeah, same.
Exactly.
Same. Nah, that's the thing I always loved about Blake Zach, or like still do, because like every time I see him, he's just got that same like energy, like that good energy. Like
awesome.
you can't be like pissed off or anything.
And that's why I also like because he also can clown people too. Like I always get him on the podcast with like Carl, and that's obviously like, dude, like we did an episode where Carl had just flown back from basic training and recorded the podcast on the same day, and he just told the story basically, and it was just me and Blake clowning him the entire episode.
That's actually really funny.
No, but what you kind of said there reminds me of like Nolan recently, like about how he always comes up to me. He's like, "How many subscribers are you at now?" And I always, until yesterday, thought he was just doing it to be a dick because Nolan has gained like 3,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Really?
Seriously, in the past since like school started, and he came up to me because the first thing he said was kind of a dick. He wasn't like trying to be a dick, but it was kind of like. You could see it as a dick. Yeah. He comes up to me. He's like, how does it feel to be the second most subscribed to in town now? And I'm like, oh, what do you mean? He's like, oh, I started a YouTube channel like you showed me.
Sorry, Matty Ellis has got you guys beat, though.
Oh, that's exactly true. Well, McCoy would have had him beat, but McCoy quit. Actually, no, McCoy only had like 1,000. So I think, but anyways, so Nolan was like, saying that. And then when he saw me, he like called me when we were at Heglin's house at Claire, and he said the same kind of shit, and I was like, oh, fucking Nolan, because I don't really care about the YouTube statistics. I probably should because get more people to watch the podcast. But then yesterday, we were starting the poker tournament, and I couldn't find a $50 bill I had in my wallet. And Nolan comes up and he's like, how many subscribers have you gained? How many views have you got? I'm like, what's your most viewed video? And I was like, shut the fuck up, Nolan. I don't fucking care. Because I thought he was trying to be a dick, and also. I lost the $50 bill. I found it. Okay. But then I found out that I kind of had a realization that Nolan has started the YouTube channel, and no one besides like the people he does the YouTube channel with has a YouTube channel. So he's just trying to compare and like talk about this new interest that he has with someone like he knows that I care about YouTube. So he was trying to talk about me so he could like see like my statistics and shit because I have like different kind of videos than him, obviously. Oh, yeah. And so he was trying to give me advice and stuff, and then I realized that after I stopped talking to him, I'm like, oh, he's just trying to be nice, and like he was maybe making a joke to begin with, but now he was just actually like curious, and he was just trying to talk to me. So
just start joking back with him, be like, Nolan, I literally know you bought subscribers.
Yeah, well,
you definitely pay people. No, I'm kidding.
He one of his like shorts that he uploaded has like 3 million views.
That's actually impressive.
Yeah, but that's like shorts,
good for
like
him,
shorts and like TikTok is like crazy though.
Right. That is true. I mean, even I've had one of my TikToks like blow up a little bit. It's like it was so stupid.
Yeah.
Just waiting for mine.
Just
Bullshit.
about anybody can though.
Well, that's what he says. That's what Nolan said is like if you upload shorts on your YouTube channel, then people just might just subscribe from that.
Yeah.
So, who knows? Maybe.
Yeah, I was just say I have like 2,600 something like followers on TikTok. I probably had like 50 before my one video blew up, and like after that, like I don't think I've seen like one person that follows me that like I don't know like my TikTok. Like yeah, there's some people that like my TikTok that are probably just like random and they see it on the For You page or something like that.
Yeah.
But like none of my followers probably actually like my TikToks.
Well, that's the thing with TikTok. It's like, well, I don't know anything about TikTok because I don't use it. But like, what does followers even show you? Is followers like even if you follow someone?
It's really not like relevant.
Like subscribers, if you subscribe on someone on YouTube, there's like the whole tab for their videos showing up.
Yeah, well, it's the same. It's the same thing on TikTok. You got your like following, and then your For You page, and you like, scroll through your following. But
okay.
it's like, I feel like so many people just follow so many people that it's like it's really not like relevant.
That's how subscribers on YouTube kind of works too. Like if I don't get every single video of everyone I subscribe to, because some people just post way too many videos.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or if you don't watch videos of someone you're subscribed to, YouTube might not recommend you watch it.
Yeah.
Well, this is the second time I'm going to attempt to end the episode because
She go aboard that.
Minnesota goodbye.
the Minnesota goodbye outro. Exactly. Thank you, McCarville. That's exactly what this is. Well, anything you'd like to promote, McCarville? Just kidding. I used to say that all the time on the podcast.
I'm good.
Go follow my TikTok, Kale Hinderscheid, KaleHinderscheid. Thank you. Reaching for 3,000 this year.
Yeah, don't follow me.
Actually, you know, we're going to do a new PewDiePie versus T series. It's going to be Loudmouth versus whatever Nolan's YouTube channel is.
That'd
I'm
be
gonna
pretty funny.
compete. He has like fucking like 15 times the amount of subscribers I have. So
That's funny.
But
It'll be a comeback.
oh, the comeback kid, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's not even like we're competing because it's not like he does a podcast.
Exactly.
It's something.
you
It's
guys
completely
do-
different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love you, Nolan. I'm sorry for in my head being mad at you, and then yelling at you when I lost my $50 bill. All right, goodbye.